Yes, guys, welcome back to the Once You're In podcast. You may see Reece in a different environment to usual. He's in
Yeah.
hospital. So, Reece, give us a rapid rundown as to why you're in hospital. We did kind of discuss it on the other podcast. Give us
Yeah. On
a
the
run-
other podcast, your other podcast. I listened to it, mate. It was good. That being said, horrible, mate. I about cried halfway through. I was like, just be nice to me, Finn. Come on. I'm your best. I'm your best bud. Come on,
what
back
did I
me up.
say?
I think like you must have said about like you were both laughing constantly. Josh is here. Wow. You were both laughing constantly about me dying, and I was like, cheers, guys.
Yeah, but
You know.
it is your own doing, mate.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. But I'm also not in a position where I'm like feeling sorry for
If
myself.
you
Like,
actually died, we wouldn't be like buzzing, mate. Obviously, we'd be like,
oh,
oh, fuck.
no, that's absolutely fine. But I mean it in the way of like, I don't think it's an issue. Like, there's a lot of shit that we all do. But if you're sat, like, if I was like being like, oh, poor me, feel sorry for me, fair enough. The reason I haven't put it on socials, I can't be asked with people messaging me being
Yeah, I
like,
don't blame you.
hope you're good, mate, and shit like that. Like, I had a guy message me off the podcast today. Hi, mate, heard you're in hospital, hope you're good. Any tips for me not to end up with a bad L-carnitine shot? And I was like, the fuck you on about, bro? Just,
Jesus Christ.
yeah,
Hi,
you get unlucky.
Reece. Good to see you,
Hi,
mate.
Josh. Hello,
Are
hello.
you okay?
No, yeah, as good as I can be. I was saying to Finn, the pain has got a little bit worse, so I've took like codeine today for I think the first time in my life. You boys ever took codeine?
Yeah. Cody, mate,
Yeah.
ask him for tramadol next.
Okay, cool. I just played Russian roulette with all the painkillers.
Right, my tramadol story. I had my ACL done and they gave me tramadol. And for some reason, I went sleepwalking.
Mm,
And obviously,
yeah.
my leg was fucked. So,
Mm,
yeah, it made it even worse. Good times, though. Great times.
yeah.
So,
No, no,
Reece,
fair enough.
give us a quick rundown on how it's going, what the plan
Okay.
is, and then we're going to do this episode, guys. Is going to be Arnold's preview predictions because the Arnold's is tomorrow.
So,
Yeah.
is this going live before the Arnolds?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we are recording now as well, Josh. If you weren't aware, I think you are aware.
I'm aware.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, this is
So
going live tomorrow morning. Arnold's is tomorrow evening.
cool. Yeah. Sounds so quick rapid fire run through. Did an Elcan shot in my right quad. Saturday, not Saturday, just gone, so like 12 days ago at this point. Could tell afterwards it was like, nah, not sitting the best. Like, it was like a little bit painful, but that's sometimes that's quite common. Anyone who's used L-carnitine, some shots do go a bit meh. And then I trained legs again on the Wednesday with Tammy. Oh, wait, 1 sec.
That's okay.
No,
Okay.
yeah, I did legs with Tammy on Wednesday, and after the session, like I was like, my right quad is so inflamed, like really, really inflamed. And then I had a massage the next day to try and flush it out. Probably the worst thing ever because I think that literally like it was almost like brimming, and that session and then the massage just like tipped it over the edge. And then like Josh, I sent you some photos yesterday, didn't I? It's like Saturday night after the meetup, my entire leg looked like it was like 4 times the size of my left leg, which already is usually 2 times the size because my left leg is my injured leg. But it's hilarious. Watching me walk now is so funny because my left knee doesn't work and my right leg now doesn't work, my quad. So I literally can't walk. Like, I'm incredibly disabled. And then so I came into hospital on Sunday because I started to get like a fever after the meetup. Like I was like hot and cold, and I was like, I've got an infection. Like I can understand when it's like swollen, but if it starts to where you start to feel a bit meh, that's when your body's clearly telling you like you've fucked yourself up here. So I came in Sunday night or Sunday at like 6 p.m. Ended up sleeping on like a foldable, like a leaning back chair for like an hour and a half through the night. Had like a drip. They put a cannula in my arm. They hadn't told me I was staying. Like the girl was like, "Oh, it should be okay. Like some antibiotics and some paracetamol, and you'll be out." And then the next day, I got looked at, and it was worse. And they were like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna have to get admitted." And then I was just like waiting around. MRI scan on Tuesday. Got moved to a few different places. Got told that I was going to get sliced open today. But then, like, so I hadn't ate or drank. And then they put you on drips when you can't eat or drink. And again, you boys wouldn't have been on a drip. When you're like someone who hydrates properly and actually like eats an all right amount of food, the drips just make you feel so nauseous. So I'm just going to start rejecting them because you feel like you get too much sodium. I don't need more fluid. Like I drink enough. So yeah, that's been that. And then you just get woken up like the antibiotics at like midnight and then 6 a.m. So it's like, and they take like 20 minutes to go into you because it's on a drip. So then they come back in. So it's just like constantly like getting woken up. But the good thing is, like, and I mean this in like the genuine way. Like, I've got a Switch, I've got my laptop to work. Snide's bringing in my food. I'm seeing Snide and my mum every day. It's really not that bad. It's just annoying because my legs, like, you don't realize until you can't walk and shit. You're like, oh, you actually like value being able to see sun or get fresh air, and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'll be all good. Hopefully, surgery tomorrow. Drain it, which should be cool. I literally have like a 2 centimeter incision, which will be fine. And then I imagine I'll be out probably Sunday, Monday, depending on where things are. If it doesn't, there's no hiccups. But at this point, I've been in for like 5 days. I'm just like, this is my life. All I know is, I was saying this to Abster earlier. If I was to be dying, I am not dying in a hospital. I am like, like if I legit like, no, I'm not. Like, it's the worst place. I'd rather just go and die in like just overdose or something in a random, like in my own house.
100%, yeah.
No, man.
I would rather.
No, Josh. I mean,
no. I understand.
Yeah, that's not me saying I'm.
I know.
That is not me. Yeah. Please, nobody report me for suicidal thoughts. I more so just think, like, if I had, like, say, this was actually something like major, and they were like, "Sir, you've got a week to live," I'd be like, "Oh, that's a shame. I'm sneaking out, and I'm just gonna go and slam instead of one codeine today, I'd slam 100 codeines." Stuff like that. Like, that would probably be the way that I go. So yeah, that's the hospital update. Legs fucked, painful. But if I don't move, it's all right. But then when you don't move, you feel pretty sad because you're not moving, and then you've got people around you that are like, I just feel so antisocial because you get people like, "Are you okay? You feeling good?" And I'm just like, "Bro, just fuck off, leave me alone. I'm sorry."
You are unbelievably positive, mate. I would be feeling. I would say that you're positive. You're seeing the positives of all your ailments.
Yeah, I think, to be fair, I was listening to what you guys said on the podcast about me, and like, it's funny because I woke up on Wednesday, I slept awfully, and I genuinely, I messaged Snow in the morning and I was like, I'm depressed, and I quite like embracing when I feel sad, because I feel like if you numb that out, you then also don't get the good. And I just think, like, at the end of the day, like, this sounds really, really preachy, but like, something that I think helped me after my knee injury and helped me in life in general, like, had a lot of like things happen, like, I don't know, not to get too deep. Dad died, grandma died when I was doing GCSEs, mum almost died. I would have been an orphan at like 17, 18. And at the end of the day, like, life moves on irrelevant to like what happens. And I just think, like, in situations like this, it's actually quite nice for me to feel a bit sad, because I usually don't. And I can go, okay, let me just channel this into trying to be as positive as possible. And at the end of the day, I'll come out of it better, like, I think, again, like, there's no benefits. The same reason why I said, like, I'm not feeling sorry for myself. Like, I embraced that. I felt a bit shit, but I'm also like, that's normal. Let me now just try and be positive. And I think, like, when you
sad now and again, you know what I mean? There's nothing wrong.
Yeah, no, it's normal. It's normal,
Yeah,
and at the end of the last like year and a half has been so fucking good. So it's like, cool. I'm bound to have some downs, and if I respond to this in a negative way, I don't know. Let's say I'm not eating my food or whatever. Like, I'm so lucky. Sanaya's bringing all my food, seeing my mum, I'm watching TV with her, and Sanaya spends the evenings with me. Like, I've got my Switch. So, like, at the end of the day, like, I could be a lot worse. I could have nobody coming in. I could have no meals. I could be so sick I couldn't eat. So it's like, it is what it is. And realistically, it'll be sorted in a few days. And in 2 months, I'm not even going to remember it. I'm not going to go, oh my God, like, let's say, again, all you boys, I guarantee now, like, you rarely think, oh, I was living in a fucking, in a cupboard, because your life's a lot better, and you just crack on and make the most of it. So, yeah, that's the update. Sorry if that was a bit preachy, but like, that's how I try and feel.
It's good, mate. It's good to
hear.
Very good. You're doing well.
Yeah.
So let's get into.
Yeah, let's move on from. Let's move. Oh, also, I will say one more thing. One last thing. As I said to Finn, I have completed the gayest thing that I've ever done in my entire life. Hospitalised from a natural L-carnitine injection.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That is
top that, boys. Top that.
A week, 100%.
Top that, motherfuckers.
Hate on that reel, didn't we? Sorry,
yes,
guys.
you did. You copped some grief.
No. Those reels, what they do, they initially get good feedback, and then they hit like the mentally challenged part of Instagram, where it's like the guys that don't
they just hit the gays. They didn't hit the mentally challenged part. They hit the gay.
I don't know, man. Your mum commented. Your mum commented.
LGBTs.
I know my mum commented, bless her.
Yeah.
I haven't spoken about that yet. I've just let her down.
What did your mum comment?
I'm disappointed in you, Finn.
Agreeing with. So the guy, the guy that commented, I've trained with him before. Yeah. He's a nice guy, mate. He used to come to Pure when I worked there. He's a sound guy.
Yeah.
But, like, he was obviously just like shocked that was our podcast. But obviously he doesn't know me as a person. He doesn't know how we are, and that it wasn't just a random attack on gay people. We literally got asked the question, what are the gayest foods in bodybuilding? We then jokingly answered it on the podcast.
Yeah.
And then obviously on a reel,
I can see
we're like putting it out in a negative way.
If it was like, instead of like the once you're in, you're in, if it was like once you're out, well, once you're gay, you're out.
If it was like,
if it was,
gays, like that's not this podcast. We're just a jokey sort of part of the podcast, and we get asked questions that may be related to gays.
There was a comment about like these, like you can tell the people have never been like a Modern Warfare 2 fucking COD lobby, because like we grew up in the era of like getting like bullied, and I can completely understand growing up is hard. Like growing up is really tough, and then you add in you're potentially homosexual. I can understand that's really hard. No, Josh, don't laugh. That's even worse. Josh got under us. Professionalism, and I can understand it's hard to grow up like that, but if we were like saying anything really anti in a negative way, like against gay people, 100% cancel us, that's really bad. But just to speak about foods that are literally like, there is objectively no gay food, but we're just making a joke out of food that could
we were
be gay.
Joking about ourselves as well. I was I eat these foods.
Yeah,
like, We weren't going, this makes you gay, and you're like, fucking hell.
Yeah, and then you get just
that. The fact that we even have to say that is a bit of a joke. Right, let's actually discuss the Arnolds. So, I'm going to share my screen, which for now is just going to be
Josh, you struggled.
The classic lineup. So, Mike has officially made weight, which is very exciting because I want to see Mike versus Wesley. I think other than that, in this class, obviously Sam Select, which is quite cool to see. Andrea Mamoli, which is the guy that came third at the Arnold's Ohio, was it?
Yep.
Or was it Detroit? I think it was Arnold's Ohio. Yeah, he didn't do Detroit. Nobody did Detroit because you shouldn't go there, you'll get shot.
Wesley did Detroit.
He did, but you don't want to go to Detroit. People
shoot each other. They kill each other.
Anyway, sorry if you're from Detroit, you're going to get cancelled now.
Can I interject quickly, guys? There is a person here who beefed me on an Instagram comment on a reel of mine like a couple months back, and I replied saying, I hope you don't pay your coach for coaching because your coach offered to coach me for free 2 years ago, because he was like just commenting loads of shit on one of my reels, like 10 comments, and then I was like, I won't mention who it is, but it's one of those guys there. So,
okay,
I'll tell you guys after.
Okay.
All right, let me share my entire screen because it's just easier. Right. So.
Oh no, the DMs.
Oh no.
Where am I going?
Oh.
I don't think there's anything that anyone can't see on my DMs, by the way. So we've got Wesley versus Mike. This is like the main talking point in it. They were training at Dino's gym in Solihull with Dino himself. So now that it's actually been confirmed that Mike has made weight, I saw it here. Look, what are we saying? Who's taking it out of those two? Realistically, it's going to be those two, isn't it? So,
nah, man, Sam Shulek. Sam's gonna. His quarter term was the reason why he finished fucking 8th. If he hits that quarter term perfect, it's lights out.
Oh my god! Look at that inception.
I'm going to say it's very on the fence. Mike at his best beats Wesley easily, in my opinion. But if Mike is off because he's had to fucking bury himself down to get into the weight cap in a day's time, it's all it is really is a day, isn't it? Before they're on, pretty much day and a bit. Is he going to have enough time to fill up properly, dry off, actually look good? I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if Wesley wins.
I wouldn't.
I would. I would be surprised. Why? Because the weight that he's at now, Mike, is the exact same weight that he did for the Olympia. It's 206 pounds. So he came in for the previous show at 212, and at the Arnold's that he won the Arnold's last year, he was 212. So he's already been 206, and people said at the Olympia, Mike was a bit off, and there was he had to pull down really hard. That version of Mike's, but Wesley finished 12th, 13th, 14th, and I know that wasn't Wesley at his best. Sorry, no, Wesley at the last Olympia, 2024, whatever. He didn't, if you take Wesley previous 2 weeks in comparison to Mike for what Classic go for, I don't think there's an outcome where Wesley wins, unfortunately. I really like Wesley Physique. I think he could be a lot bigger, you could overpower him, but the shape, the flow, and how Mike's built, it's not perfect for Classic, because if he was a little bit taller, a little bit more weight cap, then cool. But yeah, I think it'll be a Mike win pretty easily, especially considering he's got probably the annoyance the last few weeks Like that's going to make training, like you're going to be thinking, I'm doing this whole prep for one show. I've got to be on point, you know? So yeah, that are my thoughts.
I think I do agree. If Mike is even just 80%, 90%, I think he wins. But it wouldn't surprise me if he's a fair bit off and then Wesley is like bang on. It wouldn't surprise me. But if I was to put money on it, I would put money on Mike.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna back Wesley, right, for the almost like the theatre side of it.
So like Mike's a bit of a villain at the minute for not making weight and stuff.
Yeah. And I think it would look really good for the Olympia if Mike was beaten by Wesley and then Mike went on to go and do really well at, like, you know, the shows that he's got lined up. I think it would be. I think it would be more entertaining later on in the year. And I know like these things shouldn't come into play, but I feel like they do.
I get that, but I also don't. Does Mike even need to do a show? He finished second. Like, I'm pretty sure top 3 qualify for the next year.
All right, well, there you go then.
You know, unless I'm being silly, I know that's how it works in Open. I'm pretty sure. I think I know it's Olympia winners. And again, I'm not actually 100% sure on that. But yeah, maybe. Mamoli, by the way, guys, the Italian guy, Andrea. Genuinely, like, his posing is fantastic. Like, you boys will be very impressed by like how he looks. And all that. Like when you in there in person, really small structurally, but he beat Kim just based on his flow and how he was.
Have you got tickets yet?
I'm still trying to negotiate with this reseller on Instagram called Reece Fit. I initially put in an offer of £50.
Josh, I will be honest. Like, no one's messaged me. Like, I will literally give you them if you want it. I'm not going to use them. So I don't think... they're worth £700. So if you want them, bro, let me know.
You got 2? Oh yeah, you and Sanaya.
I got no. Me and Abster.
All right.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
Yeah,
does Abster still want to go? I'll go with it.
I said to her to go with Sanaya, and she was like, "Nah, fuck that." She was like, "I don't really want to go with you." I was like, oh, "Fair enough."
If you say to go with me, she'll be there straight away.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
I just want to go to the show. I'm not bothered about the expert and stuff. Otherwise, I would.
No, but you get Friday and Saturday, and then they're pretty decent seats because they're.
I just want to go Friday because like Saturday, me and Megan have said like we just want to watch it at home and like chill rather than going and driving back and going and driving back.
Yeah, fair. So yeah, I think for this for Classic, I think it will go Mike, Wesley. Personally, I think Kim, then Andrea, even though it was Andrea, then Kim. But I think Kim will nail it a little bit more, even though, to be fair, he was on it at the Arnold US. And then away from that, I think Paul Canu will probably get a bit of a better look in. People said he should have been higher than Sam. I'm going to be honest as well. You guys, especially like if you are there in person, I think you'll be impressed by Sam's physique in person. Like, I think he got loads of hate because of his posing, and his posing wasn't the best. But his physique is like genuinely really good. Like, it's really, really good. So yeah, it'd be good to see how he looks with potentially some improvements. Don't know who Luis Roberto Vanezuela Ramos is. Sounds like every South American like Ultimate Team card who's rated 78. You know, like a 78 non-rare.
Sounds like a rapid right winger.
Yeah. And then I don't know who the other guys are.
So do your top 5. Just go 1 to 5, Josh.
Wesley, Mike, Andrea, Kim, Sam.
Reece?
Mike, Wesley, Kim, Andrea, Mamoli, and then don't know who the rest are really. I'm gonna say Paul because I don't know. I think he looks alright.
Okay, I'm saying Mike, Wesley, Andrea, Kim, Jorge Herrera. That is my 5. Okay, right. So that is Classic Physique. Now on to Open, which will be on Friday night. Will be the pre-judging. Saturday night will be the finals. Mo Food has apparently dropped out, I believe. So take him away from this list. I think everyone else that's on that list is doing it. So this is quite cool. Like, I've not seen Blessing before. I've seen Martin before. I've seen Andrew before. Did Brandon Curry do the one that we were at, Reece?
No.
I've not seen Brandon Curry before.
Do you remember who finished second in the one we went to? Martin finished third. Hollingshead finished Was James? Did he finish second?
I thought James was second. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I knew it was Andrew. I just can't remember in 2022. Like, I thought James was fourth for some reason. Okay, fair enough.
Maybe he was.
Yeah, I don't know. I just can't remember. If anybody knows, please let us know in the comments. Top 5 at the Arnold the first year, 2022, the pro show. Yeah, it was Andrew. Then Martin was third. I don't know if it was James second. I just can't remember. I literally have no idea.
He thought that they should have beat Andrew.
What'd you say? Sorry.
Yeah,
Who
Andrew didn't win, did he?
No, he did.
Andrew did win, but we didn't think he should. We thought he should have been second.
Yeah. I agree.
Anyway,
Was it Cuba?
As the open line. No, Cuba was doing it though, and Jamie Joe Hal did it.
Yeah, and AJ Morris.
Yeah, AJ was in there. Loz jumped on.
Yeah. Loz guest posed. Yeah, Loz guest posed. AJ did a seminar about MBW. It's fantastic. Take me back.
All right, so should we chat about it and then do our predictions and then we'll wrap it up there? So, I mean, like I said, we've seen Andrew in person. He was really impressive, and that was like 4 years ago or 3.5 years ago. So that'll be cool to see. Martin obviously coming back as a bit of a villain, as we just said with Mike, but like 100 times more. People hate Martin after his reaction to Nick obviously not winning. And then other than that, I mean, I'm saying those two because they're very likely going to be the top two. Otherwise, you've got Brandon Curry, who's obviously a big name, won the Olympia in the past. Akeem Williams, who's always like up there within the top sort of 6 to 10, isn't he? At every show that he does, pretty much, but never like been a top guy. Mo Food is apparently not doing it. Blessing, who came second at Detroit, I thought he looked good, as we said, but was beaten quite convincingly by Mo Fooder, in my opinion. Would be cool to see Blessing against like Andrew. And to be fair, I want to see Blessing against Nick. That would have been cool, but they're like monsters, aren't they? Patrick Moore, really nice physique, and then Abu Kanate is who we spoke about before, the UK guy.
Yeah.
So what we're saying is,
first off, I'm incredibly disappointed. Andrew's real name isn't Andrew Jacked. Sorry. You know, like literally, they keep saying to me Reece Pearson on they got it above me here, like Reece Pearson. And I'm tempted to just be like, Fit, Reece Fit. You know, Andrew Jacked. What the fuck, bro? Sort it out. Please change your name. But it'd be so funny if you change your surname to Jack, like officially. And it was like, this is literally my surname. I've just decided.
On those things, it does say Andrew Jacked or Andrew Jacked.
Yeah.
His actual name. Look.
They introduce him as Andrew Jacked. They don't say like, you know, the guy on the mic. They don't go, you know, like Hadi Chupan's name isn't Hadi Chupan it's Hadi Chupan. It's not like it's not Chupan.
Chinidu Obiekia Andrew.
He says here Jacked is his last name, so here we go with that. Right, so he's training at Ultimate Fitness. I think a fair few of the boys, the big boys at Ultimate Fitness. The classic guys seem to go to Dino's, and the guys seem to go to.
Says a lot.
Go down onto the post below this. That's this most recent physique update. The saddest thing is, I've posed in the same spot, and I don't think I ever will again. Like, I think it's like almost doing it like a disservice. You know, when you've seen something like this, you're just like,
oh my god.
The actual saddest thing is that he's put a box over his cock.
Right, that's getting clipped up.
I'm going to be honest, Finn. I'm impressed by how fast you noticed that.
I'm impressed. Like, was that not the first thing you saw? That's the first thing I noticed.
No.
How? You can see that he's not got normal boxes on. There's a big square at his cock.
Bro, I'm admiring the physique. I'm not looking at. I'm not checking out his junk. Hang on, didn't one of you check out his junk whilst you were having a piss?
Yeah, me.
Finn, mate. Just come clean, bro. And then you won't get cancelled on your reels.
This is a question that I literally just received on DMs. I promise I'm not going to ask this myself, so it seems more genuine. If you were to hypothetically sleep with another open bodybuilder, who would it be? You know, would it be Andrew Jacked?
An open bodybuilder?
Yeah, like you get to sleep with one open bodybuilder, male bodybuilder. You know, any bodybuilder.
Giving or receiving?
Let's be honest. I think with most of these pros, Finn, you don't really have a choice. So I'd say whatever Andrew fancies.
I don't know, Derek's a good-looking guy.
Yeah, I can't wait for one of them to randomly hear this and then like find the lore of you trying to look at his cock years ago, and then like he sees you and just runs a mile or gets his security to take you out. You're gonna be like one of those weird guys that go to every expo and just take photos and be like, "Hey, bro, you've got massive arms. Can I feel your biceps?"
To be clear, guys, I didn't actually see his penis, but I did have a wee in close proximity. He was like 2 urinals away, and we spoke about it on the podcast and joked that I was just trying to like stare at his cock.
Jokes.
Anyway,
Yeah.
we got Andrew jacked and Martin. Has Martin posted anything?
Yeah.
No, I think he just posted throwbacks. Oh, has he?
Oh,
I thought he just
I think
posted,
I think I've seen Cooper's stories.
Has he blocked me?
Oh, has he actually deleted his Instagram now? Like, I was saying, he's the guy who said he's going to delete it for so many, like, on so many posts, but still posts every other day.
It would
Crazy.
come off, wouldn't it? That.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can't really look at that, but we can look at Andrew jacked. We can look at who else did we say that's going to be up there?
Brandon.
Brandon looked really good Friday night, like when I was in the US. Like, it was a shame that he wasn't compared to Martin because I thought he looked better than Martin on Friday. On Saturday, I thought Martin looked better. But yeah, Brandon looks really good. Looks really, really good. I think it's just physiques have evolved slightly. But like, it's weird because on his own, you look at that and you're like, that does look like a winner, like a winning physique. But then when he stands next to the guys that are just like structurally elite.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Bit of a gap
Yeah.
there, like,
Yeah.
yeah. I think he'll look a little. Like, I think that will look a little bit underdeveloped compared to Martin and Andrew.
I'd say it's his quads as well. Like, you know, when like you just stand and hit like a front relax. Like when he walked out on stage, it was like he just looked a bit like not small because it's Brandon fucking Curry, but like you don't get the sort of like when like Nick walked out, had he walked out, there were like balls of muscle everywhere. And with Brandon, it was like you look great, but you don't look like ridiculous. It's not, it was like just muscle, but not like where these guys have like muscle on muscle. Like Nick walks and his whole quad like fucking ricochets left and right, and you're just like, what the fuck is that? You know, so and that like kind of density. Brandon's really dense, but like that is hard to explain until you see it in person. But yeah, Brandon looks really good. I think Blessing will probably be in that like 4th to 5th spot, I'd imagine.
Let's do our predictions.
Get the list back up again, Finn.
Reece went first last time, so Josh, do you want to go first? Or do you want me to go first?
Just get the list up, bro. I don't want to mispronounce people's names.
Right, Josh, then me, then Reece.
Right, Andrew taking the dub. Martin in 2nd, Brandon in 3rd. Is Akeem doing it?
Yeah.
I kind of want Patrick Moore to come 4th.
He was soft last week.
I do like Patrick Moore's physique, but
He was very soft last week, like through the glutes and hands. Like
there's 2
I don't
weeks,
see.
isn't it?
Right,
Is
bless
it
it.
No, Detroit was. Oh no, it was 2 weeks. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, 2 weeks actually. All right, he could probably have brought it in.
Right, okay. I'm gonna go in my heart. Patrick Moore in 4th. Blessing Awudibu in 5th.
Okay. I'm going to go Andrew in 1st, Martin in 2nd, Brandon in 3rd, Blessing in 4th, and Patrick in 5th.
Yeah, I think that's I'd say I'd have that, but I'd probably put Akeem in for Brandon. Not for Brandon. For Patrick. So yeah, that'd be the only change I'd have. I'd probably have. I'm going to be honest. I'd have Hassan finishing last because the condition he steps on stage with for a guy that big is hilariously bad. Like I think he's been in shape for like legitimately one show. In which I think I told you this, Finn. Josh, I don't know if you've mentioned this before. The only show he was ever in shape for, apparently his coach. He stayed at his coach's house for like the last like 6 weeks, and his coach caught him at like 2 a.m. trying to go out for like donuts and fucking get food. Like he like genuinely steps on stage. Like when he was at the Arnold's in the US, it was like he looks amazing muscularity wise, but like has genuinely no detail from the back. Like his glutes are like I wouldn't even say like off season. Like you know people say you're 6 weeks out. Like he like legit is like how much muscle he has, 12 weeks out conditioning from the back.
Shit.
It's just like yeah. Like Josh, your glutes and hams at like 4 to 6 weeks out are so much leaner than his. You know, like and you're a men's physique guy. You know.
Thanks, bro.
And Finn, your glutes and hamstrings right now are leaner than his, and that's crazy because your glutes and hams are like 400 weeks out.
Yeah.
You know,
Does his glutes and hams look like your right quad right now?
I'm gonna be honest. I've downloaded the big Ramy right quad DLC. of just inflammation and water. So I'm going to be honest, guys. I'm just going to, no detail. I'm just going to say I spilt over when I step on stage this year. I'm going to keep the abscess in, actually. I'm just going to not be able to walk, not be able to train, and just say, check the right quad, look at that sweep. And they're going to be like, yeah, that was good. Get leg amputated, and then Olympia, wheelchair division. Let's get it.
Do you know if they
I can
amputated
prove,
your
I can
leg?
prove-
Do you know if they amputated your leg? Do you reckon you get to keep it?
Which, well, can I have the leg just to let it like,
In the gym.
Just have it in the gym.
yeah, just
Not
frame
doing
it.
the ice. Right, guys, we're gonna
Yeah.
wrap up there, as we just want it to be a half an hour Arnold's preview. So predictions are in. We'll do a forfeit if whoever has the best results out of those, whoever has the worst, will come up with a forfeit in the next episode.
Whoever has the worst has to go to Marbella next week.
Yeah, Josh, Josh, I saw your face light up. Are you fancying it?
He's coming. He's
I'm
booked.
booked on.
He's staying
Fucking
at
hell.
Sunday, and we're going.
That's funny. That's class. Fair play.
Exciting.
Yeah,
Right,
no, that'd be good.
Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate you all. Enjoy the Arnolds if you go in. Say hello to any of us, apart from Reece isn't going. If you see me, say hello to me. If you see Josh, if he's there, say hello.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.